So Lori and I were excited to go to the Owosso Vintage Motorcycle Days. So I spent the day before shining up Bertha, and then we packed up Bertha. But first, we had to fuel up our bellies. So we headed to probably one of our favorite locations, Bob Evans, down on the farm where I got the whole hog. So we set up Bertha, and before we knew it, we had some people starting to gather around. And then we had our first customer, a father and his young son, and the young son wanted permission to sit on the bike and Dad to take a picture. Of course, we were happy to oblige. Hey guys, Boomer here. Princess and I are at the Owosso Vintage Motorcycle Days. Let me swing around and we're going to take a walk. Guys, we're here with David. David has a 78 Goldwing. He's part of our Great Lakes Vintage Motorcycle Enthusiast group, and I met him here at the show. So, introduce you to David. Say hello, sir. So, 1978 Honda Goldwing. How long have you had it?
Had it sitting in my garage for about 10 years, but when we had a 3-month COVID shutdown, I did a full frame off restore of the basic bike.
Beautiful. Anything special, or is she all original?
She's all original, except for the better package. A couple years later, I ran it without the dress pack. I decided to restore the dress pack and put it on. And it's actually been a very good decision. We restored the 8-track player. The 8-track even works.
That is too neat.
So we've been collecting a bunch of 8-tracks for music.
So if we have any old 8-tracks, we know where to send them.
Right.
Seriously, get a hold of me on Great Lakes Vintage Motorcycles, and we'll get them to David if you have any. I like the vents. Is that original?
Yes, that's original, better design.
That is very nice. Did you repaint it or just clean the paint up?
Yes, I had the paint on the dress pack was restored professionally. Actually, you can get all the stripes and everything still from Better today on their website.
Wow.
You can buy the Windjammer. You cannot get the SS or the Better logo. I actually worked with a special shop, and it cost me $110 just to get this and this made.
Oh my goodness. Like I said, labor of love, right?
Oh yeah. It's a wonderful bike.
Yeah,
runs like new, drives beautiful.
So, you didn't do anything to your logo here? It's just that clean?
No. These are all original. Everything on the dress pack, lowers, saddlebags, and trunk have been repainted.
Okay, but the Honda logo, did you just clean that up? Or did you...
just cleaned it up.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really sharp.
Well, thanks.
I think you're going to do well in the show today.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right.
Anything we did. This was not factory. If you look at the Vetter package, actually went through and wired these in so that the 4 Vetter lights work in conjunction with the brake light.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Visibility.
You ever seen the modulators you can put on your brakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that on I've done that on pretty much all of my bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And I added the LED strip.
Yep.
So I think it's a good touch.
Yeah, I changed the mirrors for better visibility. The original Goldwings are really small,
Right.
and obviously the better grips. I ride this bike a lot, so comfort was paramount. So I did have the throttle boss, and color matched everything to black in the controls.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people want to go chrome everything, but sometimes that just overdoes it.
Yeah, I left the halogen light in the headlight for the first 2 years, but it's so dim that I did end up upgrading it to an LED.
Yep.
World of difference at night riding.
So how difficult was that to switch over?
Not bad. Actually bolted right in.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I did an LED on our Goldwing. I've been thinking about doing it to the Silverwing, but I don't know. We'll see.
It's a beautiful bike too.
It is so beautiful.
Yep.
I mean yours.
Oh, I mean yours.
Awesome. Well, David, thank you so much.
You bet.
Boomer here and Princess, and you just saw the video. And the young lady that was doing that amazing stuff is Caitlin, and she's right here right now. So swing around, don't get dizzy. And here is Caitlin.
Hey everyone, welcome to Owosso, Michigan. We're out here today for the Owosso Vintage Motorcycle Days. Great event, free registration for everybody, and I'm one of the volunteers here. And just to help pass the time and something for people to watch, I go out and do some of my slow speed maneuvers on my Police Road King.
How long have you been riding?
I've been riding since I was about 18. This sort of riding since about 2014.
Okay, so you've been riding about 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, right? I wish. Yeah, I guess, when you say it like that, 20 years. So, 20 years riding, but this sort of stuff, just about 10 years.
So my question was going to be, how long does it take you to get this proficient?
Honestly, when I first started, I worked at a Harley-Davidson dealership down in Louisiana, and our Louisiana State Troopers, we serviced their bikes, and they were the first ones that I had seen do slow speed maneuvers. They were always in the parking lot showing off, and I said, please teach me how to ride like that. And they'd set up their patterns that they do at motor school. And obviously for me, working at a dealer and having access and having the freedom to just go outside and do it, it was probably about 6 months of daily training, trying to get all the tips and tricks from these guys that have been doing it, for their job on and off.
Right.
Many, many, many miles. So I was very, very fortunate to have trainers like that. 'Cause most people are, you don't know where to go. There's definitely slow speed maneuvering schools around that you can go to nowadays.
Well, I heard you mention Motorman, Jerry Palladino.
I haven't met him. I haven't taken any of his classes. I've taken classes with Lock and Lean. They're out of Rockford, Illinois.
Okay.
Midwest Riders here in Michigan. But if you look it up anywhere, if you're looking for more information on slow speed maneuvering, there's some Facebook groups, Motorcycle Skills USA. Look for that sort of thing, and there's a wonderful group of people, nation and worldwide, that have come together and built these these Facebook groups now. And there's lots of competitions for police and civilians, lots of opportunities. Because obviously, you can take it to the limit and do competitions, but I really, truly believe that anyone who rides should take annual refresher courses, especially here in Michigan. We park them all winter. That's a skill that we should really keep up with. I'm all about people doing training beyond just that initial endorsement class.
Well, there's another YouTuber, and his name escapes me. He comes out with a riding video every Friday.
Okay.
And his admonition is keep training.
You have to. Yeah.
And what he said is that if you've been riding for 5 years, you might say you have 5 years of experience. He says you don't. What you have is the experience you gained when you first started riding that you've then repeated for 5 years. He's a big advocate of the cones and circles.
Cones help because those are your obstructions on the road, or something moving that goes out in your path and allows you to maneuver around it. A lot of people will say that, it's just parking lot riding. It's not, but everything we do out there in the parking lot absolutely translates to the road and makes safer riders. You see a lot of campaigns, watch out for motorcycles, and I think that's very important for awareness.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we have to take it into our own.
Absolutely.
We have to take credit for our own riding skills, and we've got to be able to be ready, because you are less visible out there on the road.
Well,
you only have 2 wheels.
Yeah, well, I've done some safety videos on our YouTube channel, and I've always said see and be seen. Yes. So it's a combination of doing everything you can to make sure they see you, from your clothing to your lighting to your lane positioning, and then see and be seen is so important when you're out there. So tell us a little bit about your bike.
This is a 2016 Police Road King, an FLHP. This actually came off Harley-Davidson's fleet truck that they would take around and allow different units to test ride and train on. I've done a little bit to it. It might look a little older because I've got the older Evo style air cleaner cover and some of the older decals. I always ride here. Lee Smith was a Wayne County Sheriff. We lost him a few years back. An amazing motorman and amazing rider. So he's always riding with me wherever I go. But yeah, a lot of, if you see people who are competing, a lot of them will be riding Police Road Kings, or they'll be riding a ferry bike. So those are really the best if you want to get into that high level. But this same style of riding I translate when I'm riding my Road Glide or when I'm riding my Softail. definitely easier to have something you're willing to put down. These guards on any bike, my
Yes.
front engine guard and my back guard,
Yep.
you see they're kind of shaved down, but that's what those are for. So even
Yep.
on a civilian bike, that's to me the #1 accessory when someone's getting a new motorcycle.
Sure.
It's going to fall over. It's going to fall over at a stop sign. You won't mean to. Usually it happens to me in a crowded lunch parking lot. That's
Yep,
usually where
of
I drop
course.
mine, you know.
Well, you know, you dismounted here and you laid your bike down, and I didn't realize what you were doing, and I saw you getting off of your bike, and I'm like, why is she dismounting like that? And then I saw you lay it down. It's okay, now I know what she's
laying
doing.
it down a little gentle. Usually
Gentle.
she just gets thrown on accident and it skids across the parking lot.
Well,
But, yeah, those bag guards and engine guards allow the bike to only go over so far.
Right.
Not only protecting your expensive paint,
Yep.
your accessories, and your leg, but then it allows one person. This bike weighs mid 900 something pounds, and I'm not a very strong person, I promise.
Yeah, but you lifted it right
but
up.
With that
Yep.
leverage and walking it back
Yep.
with the proper technique, anybody can lift it up.
Well, our main bike that we ride is a Goldwing.
Yes.
So we get it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, Caitlin, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you
you
for being
mentioned Bikes on the Bricks.
Bikes on the Bricks, couple
Yeah.
weeks away, Flint, Michigan. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. And
I've
if you
got-
want to see some excellent riding from our local law
Yes,
enforcement,
I have video on my channel from last year or
yes,
2 years
please,
ago. on
everybody
that.
come out to that. That'll
That
be
was
the
so much
best of the
fun.
best.
All right,
See
well,
you
we'll look
down
forward
there.
to seeing you there.
Thank you.
Thank
Ride
you.
safe.
So thanks for coming to Owosso Vintage Motorcycle Days with Princess and I. Hope you enjoyed the day. I know we did. Got to meet David from our Great Lakes Vintage Motorcycle Enthusiast group. But met a lot of fine people there. Now, as far as I can remember, for the rest of the year, there are really two big events coming up. One is the All Clubs Motorcycle Day in Stockbridge, Michigan. The other one is Bikes on the Bricks in Flint. So, Lord willing, I'll be bringing you video from both of those events, and have invited some other YouTubers to those events. Hopefully I'll get to meet them, and maybe we'll share video with each other. At any rate, thanks for staying with us. Thanks for watching the video, and until next time, bye for now.